Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you a new IP camera from Xiaomi, or at least it's the newer Xiaomi ecosystem. So Xiaomi is testing and buying different stuff from all kinds of factories, tests the quality, and if it's okay and it has Xiaomi-like quality, they are going to sell it under their brand name and integrate it with their products. So this IP camera is fully integrated with all the Xiaomi ecosystem and works with the Xiaomi application and integrates with the smart home automation. So this is very good. It's full HD. It has H.265 encoding, and that should give it a much better image quality while having less needed bandwidth specifications, so it should work with slower internet connections and have better image quality. It comes with a small manual which is in Chinese on this side and also Chinese on the other side, so it won't help us a lot, and it's packed really nice with a lot of stuff inside. So there's a box here, probably it's the power supply. Let's check it quickly. So it has mounting hardware, it has a power adapter, and of course it has the USB cable, and probably this is a micro USB. Let's check it out just to be sure. So yes, it's a micro USB cable. I'm gonna put this away, and the camera itself, really ingenious box and complicated actually to take this product out, and I love ripping these bags apart. And that's the camera. Looks really nice, compact. It has this dome here. It has full pan and tilt. It doesn't have zoom, optical zoom at least. It can record also onto a micro USB card, which is hidden here. The slot will be hidden when the camera is facing down, so in case you wonder where I can insert my micro SD card, there it goes. And that's it, very simple, and I'm going to plug it in. And a big advantage is that using USB and 5 volts, that you can always use a power bank, not only for testing, but you can take this with you and install it somewhere else, and it will run from a power bank a few good hours because it doesn't draw huge amount of power. And in case you are having a big power bank, it will work for a lot of time. And I'm going to power it on, and it started this LED here. It will probably do some testing of its motor or something like that, and I'm going to open the app. It's the Xiaomi Mi Home app, and the camera it's doing its magic. Yes, yes. Of course, I understand everything that you are telling me, and it's very nice. The app just detected the camera without me actually doing anything. I just have my wireless turned on my mobile phone. I don't have even the Bluetooth or the GPS turned on. So I'm going to press connect, of course, and I need to select my wireless network. The password is already saved, and now I need to scan this QR code with the cameras. And as fast as that, I'm going to press next, and now I'm going to leave them a bit, and the camera now will connect to the wireless, because through that QR code the camera got the information of my wireless network, so it has the SSID and the password. And device was added, and I can select a room or something like that, and I'm going to skip, and I can put the name of the camera if I want to. I'm going to skip that also. I can share the camera with someone, so if I have a friend or family that I want to give them access to the camera, all they have to do is to install the Mi Home app, and I can send them an invitation if I know their ID, so they are going to be able to connect the camera and use it. And now it's initializing. It's downloading the additional camera plugin in my app, so I can use the app. This will take a bit of time because it downloads like a separate app that it's run through the Mi Home app. And that was it. I'm going to agree. Yes, I'm going to agree also, and it tells me that you can even zoom. Yes, but it's zooming through the, it's not an optical zoom but digital zoom, and I have control here for pan and tilt. Works really nice. It also gives me warnings about the camera reaching the limit. I like that there's almost no delay in commands, so it works really nice. The image is really good, really sharp, and it doesn't have a lot of lag. And I can choose here the quality. It has auto, it has low and HD. So let's see. This is low quality. You are not going to observe much on this video. And HD quality, and at HD quality it looks actually really good. As you can even see the details, the textures of my filming table here. That's impressive, so really nice. And let's see what other things it can do. It has this cut button, so this takes a snapshot of the video. You can go, of course, full screen if you need to. Let's see what else does this camera do. So it has monitoring, and this is home monitoring, where you are going to be able to start monitoring, set motion detection interval and alarm intervals, push notification and stuff like that. So it has motion detection, which is really good. It has playback option. This is for checking the recordings, but I don't have a micro SD card inserted to the camera. You have photo album, and you can see the snapshots that you have taken. And you have this voice call, and now if I'm talking into the phone, you are going to be here there, as the camera has also a microphone and a speaker, and it has two-way intercom, but in the same room it will do microphony, so that's not going to be heard nice. And already got motion detection in watch area, so the camera detected my movement here and has sent me a message. You can also mute the camera or listen to it, and you are going to hear it on your mobile phone. And here on the advanced menu you have other things. So camera settings, you have status, light, data usage, warning, sleep function, image settings. You have watermark, rotate image. In case you are mounting the camera upside down, you can rotate the image. It's a very good thing to have. Home monitoring is the motion detection. Manage storage, you can record, you can check the microSD card status and recording mode, and it has this NAS storage option. An SD card is required to use the NAS storage device. Okay, that's interesting. That should be tested another time. On automation, you can do if and then. So in if, you are going to see here the devices, and you can add various automation, but it takes a bit of time to refresh the list here. And you can even use other devices in automation with this one. Really nice. Shared device, I've told you what that function is. And general settings, device name, manage location, and firmware update, of course. And there is already a newer firmware, and I'm going to make the update right away. So the update was successful and the camera has reinitialized, and you probably need to close the app and restart it. And now it should connect to the camera. Let's see if it works. And yes, I have image back again. And there's one more thing I want to try, so I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to insert the micro SD card. It should go like this. It also has a reset button here in case things go wrong or you want to install this on another network and need to restart it. So it's now booting up. I'm going to close the app. I'm going to wait for it to start. Alright, so the camera is back on, and now I have the card inserted, and if I go to storage, I have here the options for always record. It has the SD card status, which is good and shows me that it has space, available space, and how much space the recordings or pictures or what I have stored on it takes from its size. And now I have the NAS storage option enabled, and this will show my router which has network attached storage, so you can connect to that and it will save a copy of the files probably on that network storage, which is very good. And this camera will also save a snapshot, the alarm snapshot. Will upload it to the XIAOMI cloud, so when the camera is triggered, a small sequence will be uploaded and you can see right away on your mobile phone, and you can check that also later, which is a very good security feature, as if someone takes your camera, for instance, you are going to get the video files from the cloud, even if that someone will take the micro SD card out of your camera, which is a very good feature to have. And those were just a few samples to get a glimpse of how the camera works. And as you can see, the image quality is really good, especially for its price. And this camera is actually really cheap comparing with other cameras that are priced in similar way, but they have terrible quality. So this is a real recommended camera to buy instead of all those cheap junk models that the market is flooded with. So be sure to check also the link for this. I'm going to let it somewhere in the video description below. You can get more specifications there and find some really good deals for this model. Oh, until my next upload, see you and goodbye.